My brother and I are going to be miners, and our heritage is mining. For over 200 years, explorers and excavators have been unable to solve the strangest Oak Island mystery that has existed for centuries. When the world thought no one could, a group of treasure hunters, led by the Laguina brothers, have just offered shocking answers. Not only did they extract gold from the deepest depths of the island's waters where past explorers had lost their lives, but they also uncovered ancient artifacts we all thought could never be found. How did the Laguina brothers come out of the island alive, and what proof do they have to back up their answers to the island's mystery? Join us as we reveal everything the Laguina brothers had to overcome in their expedition. From difficult tasks, deadly forests, and the harshest weather, the Laguina brothers and their years-long interest in the island began 220 years ago. The mission to solve the mystery of Oak Island and expose the truth behind its strange holes began as people believed that there was hidden treasure buried somewhere on the island. Wondering what it was, there have been speculations of the treasure being pirate gold or historical artifacts. Although many treasure hunters and historians have tried to uncover its secrets, so far no one has completely succeeded. Until two men leading one of the most famous excavation groups just ended the search, the Laguina brothers. Before we reveal how they found the island's main treasure, there's a reason why Oak Island has stayed mysterious for centuries. Oak Island is a small island located off the coast of Nova Scotia, Canada. The story of the island's mystery began in 1795 when a teenager named Daniel McGinnis noticed a strange depression in the ground. He, along with two friends, started digging and found layers of logs every 10 feet. They thought they were onto something big. Over the years, more and more people became involved in the search. They discovered that one hole, which became known as the Money Pit, was the island's strangest spot. It had wooden platforms, clay, charcoal, and coconut fibers that were not native to the area. There are many theories about what has always been buried on Oak Island. The people who believed it was pirate treasure suspected it was buried by the infamous pirate Captain Kidd. Others believed it was the lost treasure of the Knights Templar, a secretive medieval order. Another theory suggested that it was the manuscripts of William Shakespeare or other valuable historical documents. With these varying theories, searching for treasure on Oak Island has proven to be extremely difficult because explorers didn't know what exactly they were looking for. To make matters worse, the Money Pit on the island floods with water, making it hard to dig deeper than ground level. Over the years, many have tried to pump out the water or block it, but these attempts have often failed. The complicated network of tunnels and shafts also makes the island dangerous, causing many to lose their lives in the quest. After a while of dead ends and no luck, the world's interest in the island waned. But in recent years, the search for Oak Island's treasure has gained new attention, thanks to the Laguina brothers Rick and Marty. They became interested in the island after reading about it in a magazine when they were kids. In 2006, they decided to take action and invested in the search. They brought advanced technology and a dedicated team to explore the island. Their efforts are documented in the TV show The Curse of Oak Island, which has attracted a large following. Most of the show's followers have been curious about how the TV series is financed and why the Laguina brothers seem to have ample resources, especially considering they can't sell any of the artifacts discovered on Oak Island. First off, it's important to note that the show is broadcast on the History Channel, which means the network covers the cast paychecks. The Laguina brothers and their team have a season-based contract, meaning they're not obligated to appear in every single episode. Their compensation follows the typical reality TV format, where they earn a substantial amount for each season they participate in. They also secure product placement deals, contributing further to their earnings. This financing model is quite common in reality television and documentary-style series, so it's not out of the ordinary. That's not all. It's popular knowledge that the cast members are actively involved in funding the exploration efforts, with Marty Laguina and Craig Tester being the primary contributors. Many fans of the show assume that Rick Laguina has always been wealthy, but the truth is, his fortune only grew after the show's success, as he was previously employed as a humble post office worker. It was actually Marty who had the financial means. Craig Tester also takes part in financing the team's endeavors and is considered another affluent member. Although all of them have amassed considerable wealth thanks to television exposure, even Peter, who is Rick and Marty's nephew, has taken on a producer role on the show, earning an impressive salary. If you're a fan of the show, you're likely aware of another source of funding for The Curse of Oak Island. The Oak Island Tours business established by the Laguina brothers. This offers guided trips, operates a museum, and allows visitors to explore all the major locations featured on the show. The business initially started small, with Charles Barkhouse leading guided tours, but it has steadily grown over time and likely has no shortage of interested clients. Outside investors are also contributing to the funding, using connections of the cast members, support from the History Channel, and investments from the Oak Island region itself. Nova Scotia Business Incorporated even chipped in $2 million to accelerate the search, demonstrating that the entire operation may not be underfunded in the least. According to the show, the Lagina brothers and their team have made several interesting discoveries around the island. They found ancient artifacts including a Roman sword, an old coin, and fragments of pottery. They also noticed mysterious symbols and markings on rocks. These findings prove that people have definitely lived on the abandoned, deadly island for centuries, leaving behind clues to the treasure's location. The discoveries made by the Lagina brothers have given new life to old theories. For instance, the presence of coconut fiber supports the idea of foreign visitors to the island since coconut trees do not grow in Canada. The Roman sword hints at even older connections, possibly to ancient civilizations. Each new find kept leading the team to the biggest one yet, while keeping the mystery of the island alive. The island's legend also includes a generational curse, which states that 7 people must die before the treasure is found. So far, 6 people have lost their lives in different accidents over the years. Who might be next? The team's determination to continue their search was strong as they were proud of the luck and progress they had made so far. The handcrafted ladder and other items were not just relics. They were clues pointing towards a larger mystery. The Lagina brothers felt they were getting closer to understanding who had been on the island and what they had been doing there. And truly they were, because even they didn't think what they were about to reveal next existed. The hidden tunnel. Along the way, the Lagina brothers and their team identified a dark underwater tunnel beneath Oak Island using advanced technology. They employed sonar and underwater cameras to explore the areas beneath the island. These tools allowed them to see through the murky water and map out the tunnel structure. When they first saw the images, they were amazed and got even more excited. The tunnel was large and extended deep into the island, which meant that it could lead to hidden chambers or vaults. The underwater tunnel's existence also meant that whoever created it had advanced engineering skills and a specific purpose. This discovery reinforced theories that Oak Island's hidden treasure might be more significant than anyone previously thought. The tunnel could have been designed to protect the treasure, making it difficult for anyone to find and access it. Of course, exploring the underwater tunnel was not easy. The island's tough terrain and unpredictable weather made the task extremely difficult. The team had to be careful and well prepared, using diving equipment and safety measures to ensure they could explore the tunnel without accidents. Despite these challenges, their excitement and determination kept them going. As they ventured into the tunnel, the team found various clues that suggested human activity. They discovered wooden beams and supports, indicating that the tunnel was deliberately constructed. They also found metal objects and tools that could have been used during the tunnel's creation. These findings provided further evidence that the tunnel was part of a larger plan to hide something valuable. At this juncture, the team members had more to say. Some were convinced the tunnel was certainly connected to pirate treasure, possibly leading to a secret vault where the loot was stored. Others thought that the tunnel might have been built by the Knights Templar, who, as mentioned before, were known for their private and grand construction projects. Exploring the tunnel presented more deadly challenges. The underwater environment was dangerous, with limited visibility and the risk of structural collapses. The team had to use specialized equipment and techniques to go through the tunnel safely. They also had to deal with the island's unpredictable weather, which could change quickly and make diving operations dangerous. That would explain the lives that were lost in the tunnel decades ago. Not fazed by the difficulties, the Lagina brothers and their crew were still driven by their relentless pursuit of the truth. Each discovery, including the underwater tunnel, fueled their determination. They believed that they were getting closer to uncovering the island's secrets and possibly finding the long-sought treasure. Next came the deeper analysis of what they had found so far. The Lagina brothers and their team have relied heavily on scientific analysis to support their search for Oak Island's hidden treasure. These scientific methods have provided concrete evidence that bolstered the team's theories about the island's hidden wealth. By studying various samples and artifacts found on the island, the team gained valuable insights into Oak Island's history and the people who once visited or lived there. One of the main scientific methods used was the analysis of wood samples. The team found pieces of wood in different parts of the island, including the money pit and other shafts. These wood samples were carefully studied in laboratories to determine their age and composition. Through techniques like carbon dating, scientists could establish when the wood was cut and used, helping to create a timeline of activities on the island. One of the most exciting discoveries from the wood sample analysis was the presence of gold traces. The team found that some wood samples contained tiny particles of gold embedded in them. This finding suggested that gold was indeed present on the island and that the wood might have come into contact with gold during the original construction of the tunnels and pits. This evidence strongly supported the idea that there could be hidden wealth on Oak Island. The scientific analysis of artifacts helped the team picture Oak Island's history. Each artifact found and studied provided a better understanding of the island's past and its visitors. The team discovered a wide range of artifacts, from ancient coins to delicately carved stones, each telling its own story. The team found several ancient coins on Oak Island. These coins came from different periods and regions, indicating that people from various parts of the world visited the island. Some coins dated back to the 17th and 18th centuries, possibly linking them to pirate activity. These coins provided clues about the island's timeline and supported the theory that Oak Island could have been a hiding place for pirate loot. Another fascinating discovery was the delicately carved stones found on the island. These stones featured strange designs and symbols, suggesting they had a meaning to the people who carved them. Some stones had markings that resembled those used by the Knights Templar, making the theory that the island might have connections to this secretive group more convincing. The stones could have been used as markers or signs guiding the way to hidden treasure. Besides coins and stones, the team found more tools and metal objects. These included bigger hammers, chisels, and nails, all showing signs of previous use. The presence of these tools meant that a lot of construction and excavation took place on the island, although whether they were used by previous explorers over the past 200 years or by the ancient inhabitants of the island, the team wasn't sure. The metal objects were also analyzed for their composition and origin, helping to identify the people who might have used them and their possible connection to the island's mystery. The team used advanced technology in their scientific analysis. Techniques like X-ray fluorescence were used to analyze the composition of metal objects and artifacts. Ground-penetrating radar helped map underground features without the need for too much digging. These technologies allowed the team to gather more information with greater accuracy, providing more information about the island's secrets. The scientific evidence collected from various analyses strongly supported the team's theories about Oak Island's hidden wealth. The gold traces in wood, the ancient coins, the carved stones, and the tools all pointed to the presence of valuable items buried on the island. This evidence reinforced the belief that Oak Island was used as a hiding place for treasure, whether by pirates, the Knights Templar, or other groups. Even with the convincing evidence, the Laguina brothers continued the search into the depths of the island. The island's tough terrain and unpredictable weather continued to cause issues for the team, but the scientific findings provided much-needed encouragement and validation of their efforts. The Laguina brothers and their crew persevered, knowing that they were on the right track. To solve the mystery of Oak Island, the Laguina brothers and their team worked closely with experts from certain fields, including historians, archaeologists, and metallurgists. Historians contributed by helping to understand details about the artifacts and structures found on the island. They analyzed documents, old maps, and historical records to identify potential links between Oak Island and various historical events and figures. Their research helped the team create a timeline of activities on the island and identify possible groups who might have visited or used Oak Island. Archaeologists helped the team excavate sites carefully and systematically. They ensured that artifacts were unearthed without damage and provided interpretations of their significance. By studying the stratigraphy or the layers of soil and artifacts, archaeologists could determine the sequence of events and activities on the island. Their work was essential in understanding the construction methods and purposes of the various structures found. Metallurgists analyzed the metal objects and artifacts discovered on Oak Island. They identified the composition of metals, determined their origins, and dated the items. This analysis helped the team understand the technological capabilities of the people who made and used these objects. The presence of specific metals like gold reinforced the theory of hidden treasure on the island. That brings us to the next discovery the Laguina brothers made, the flood tunnels at Smith's Cove. These tunnels were part of an advanced engineering system designed to protect or uncover the island's secrets. It turns out the flood tunnels were connected to the Money Pit, making it extremely difficult to excavate without flooding the entire area. This sophisticated system meant that whoever built it had considerable knowledge and resources. The team excavated Smith's Cove to find these flood tunnels. They found a series of channels and drains made of stones and wood, carefully constructed to allow water to flow in and out. These tunnels were designed to flood the Money Pit if anyone tried to dig too deep, protecting whatever was hidden below. That aside, the stones and rocks with inscriptions and carvings the team found remain undeciphered. Experts and researchers have proposed many theories about the inscriptions. Some believe they are connected to the Knights Templar, who used coded messages and symbols. Others think the inscriptions could be directions or clues left by pirates or other groups. Despite their many attempts to decode them, the exact meanings of these inscriptions still remain a mystery. Back in the early 20th century, treasure hunters constructed a cofferdam at Smith's Cove to explore the area more thoroughly. A cofferdam is a temporary structure built to keep water out of a particular area, allowing it to be excavated. This construction exposed fascinating wooden structures and platforms that hinted at past human activity. The wooden structures found included beams, planks, and platforms that appeared to be parts of larger constructions. Some structures seemed to be wharves or docks. These findings proved that people had spent a lot of time and effort building and using these structures, possibly for transporting materials or conducting operations related to the island's mystery. The discovery of these wooden structures and platforms provided more evidence of organized and sustained efforts on Oak Island. The materials and construction techniques suggested that the builders had access to resources and skills. The cofferdam allowed the team to study these structures in detail, revealing more about the island's past. While the Lagina brothers and other members of the team were still focused on decoding the symbols on the stones, the researchers had news, and you wouldn't believe what they had found. They found not one, not two, but several valuable historical documents. These included old maps, journals, and letters that offered insights into past expeditions and the evolving understanding of Oak Island. These documents provided a rich context and background for the team's ongoing efforts. One of the key documents discovered was an old map of Oak Island. This map, dating back several centuries, showed the layout of the island with various markings and notes. The map showed locations they had already discovered, such as the Money Pit and Smith's Cove, and included cryptic annotations that suggested where treasure might be hidden. The team used this map to further guide their excavations, hoping to uncover the other secrets it hinted at. The team also found journals and letters written by previous explorers and treasure hunters. These documents detailed the challenges and discoveries made by those who came before them. The journals provided first-hand accounts of the difficulties faced, such as flooding tunnels and collapsing shafts, as well as the excitement of finding clues and artifacts. The letters often contained theories and speculation about the island's mysteries, offering valuable insights into the thoughts and beliefs of earlier searchers. The series of discoveries, including gold traces and wood samples and various ancient artifacts, led them up to what would change their lives forever. The moment they had all been waiting for finally came. They found real gold. The second the Lagina brothers and their team found their treasure was historic. The team's success was celebrated as a record-breaking achievement in the world of treasure hunting. Do you think the Lagina brothers' exploration really paid off? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your family and friends, and subscribe to our channel to keep up with our next uploads.